So the question here is, do you love physics or not? If you love physics, that is fine. If you don't love physics, why have you taken this subject physics? Okay, you don't need to answer this question. No issue. So the thing is, what you have to study now. Okay, there are many books in the market. You have to select one book and then you have to study this book. Maybe you can understand this book or may not. So the thing is, whatever book you read, initially the first step is to complete this NCERT book. In NCERT book, that is the basic book where multiple concepts are given. There are very small concepts in each and every chapter. If you consider one chapter, you will see there are multiple concepts. You have to clear these concepts. That if you are able to clear from this NCERT book itself, don't go through any other book. Just read NCERT book. If you cannot understand this concept, then you take from help from any other teacher or from any other book where the same concept will be written in a different language. Okay? So the thing is, you have to complete all concepts from this NCERT book. Okay? Now the second thing is, the NCERT book is required for any state or national exam. Okay, if you want to clear any examination, maybe SSC, CGL or maybe whatever it is, IAS or I don't know the name of other exam. So finally, this NCERT book is required. I am not talking about IIT JEE or NEET. Apart from these two exams, there are other exams also. For any other exam, this NCERT book is required. This is the first thing. And the second thing, if you want to be a doctor, you have to pass this NEET exam. If you want to be an engineer, you have to pass this JEE main exam. If you want to get into IIT, you have to pass this JEE main advanced exam. Okay. So in all these cases, you have to understand this NCERT book and you have to solve previous year question for irrespective exam. For example, if you want to be a doctor, you please solve this previous year question for this NEET exam. If you want to go to any NIT Warangal, NIT Trichy, if you want to go to any NIT, you solve this POQ for JEE main exam. Okay. If you want to be an IITian, then you have to go through previous year question of JEE advanced. The previous year question POQ, this POQ stands for previous year question here. So okay. So NCERT book you have to complete, then you have to complete this previous year question. Okay. Now you have to read either A.C. Verma book or Resnick Halliday book. Okay. Who is A.C. Verma? A.C. Verma was an IIT Kanpur professor, physics professor. And this Resnick and Halliday, those are professor names. Those are American professor. Okay. So either you have to complete this A.C. Verma or you have to complete Resnick Halliday book in order to get into NIT. That is, in order to be an engineer. But in order to be a doctor, you have to complete NCERT book and only previous year question is enough for that. Now, suppose you want to be an IITian. Then what you have to do? You have to complete either A.C. Verma or Resnick Halliday. That you have to complete. I am not telling you to complete both these books because it's not possible. It will take much time. Then you will not be able to read other book also. Okay? The time is limited, isn't it? So, for IIT JEE Advanced, I will suggest to study this Eroda book. This Eroda, there are multiple problems. You don't need to solve all these problems. Okay? So, there are many problems. You just have to complete only 20% problem. If you can complete only 20% problem, that will give you so much confidence that definitely you will clear IIT JEE Advanced exam and you will be an IITian. Okay? You cannot avoid NCERT physics book